What's going on to you, Leos? You Leos actually have the King of Swords, the King of Wands, and you have the Knight of Pentacles. By the way, I also do private tarot readings as well as birth chart readings. The link to that is in the description. Excuse me, the link to that is in the comment section below. Click on it. It will redirect you to a website which has the ways you can support me. And I also sell books as well that are on Amazon. Go ahead, check that out. So for you, Leos, right? The King of Swords, the King of Wands, and the Knight of Pentacles. There's a very interesting reading. So because these three cards right here, right off the rip, are all about how you Leos have had to really put up a psychic defense. You've had to put up a mental defense against and learn how to become a little bit more calculated when it comes to people that play like they're the Knight of Pentacles. They play in, or they're acting, or they're make-believing, they're pretending, perfect word, they're pretending to want to have your back, having your back, listening to what it is that you have to say. And instead of doing that, right, you realize that a lot of people are pretending. Now, you gotta, again, we're in the time right now of the chameleon, where you have a lot of people who are looking for sponsors. You want individuals. You have a lot of people who, my dear Leos, who are essentially looking for somebody to pay for their lifestyle and pay for this, pay for that. Totally delusional. Pay for this and pay for that, and while they just go off and do whatever. Now, real life doesn't actually happen that way. But for some people, it does to a certain extent. But that's not even real, really, because they still have to do something strange for a little piece of change, if you know what I mean. And the thing is that a lot of you Leos, you're going to be getting a lot of that, okay? But a lot of you Leos have put up a psychic defense, and what I mean by that is you've put up your walls. You understand that a lot of people are out here looking to, unfortunately, take advantage of a lot of others. And a lot of you Leos are not going to be swayed by the sob stories, in essence, of what people show you. And it's a cold world, because it's like you Leos are like, okay, you want to be empathetic. You don't want to be cruel or any of that. But at the same time, it's like you also, that's my dog. But at the same time, hold on. Yeah. There you go. Here. Go on. Go on. Come here. But at the same time, you don't want to essentially get played, right? So then the thing is that the sun, which is Leo, so you showed up in your own reading, the sun in the Five of Pentacles represents, so a lot of you Leos are being way more selective about the people, the types of people that you essentially offer attention to. A lot of you Leos are realizing that, you can't offer attention to everybody. You can't entertain everybody. And this is the same stuff that I've been telling all the zodiac signs over and over and over and over again. What did I tell you, Leos? I said that the more any zodiac sign, anybody, I said the more that the person tries to become better is the less options they have. They have options as far as, a lot of people that are into them, but less long-term options, because once again, Leo, most people are not into introspection, self-reflection, looking at what they could do, most people are not into that. The majority of people are into having little ones by mistake, and then talking about they just love them with all their heart. It's like, but no, you don't, because they was planning on thoughting around, and they didn't anticipate that I don't know how, but they didn't think that they would get caught up, and they did. And then now the little one is putting kind of a damper on their plans in the sense that they have to lower their expectations of going out back out there into the streets. And a lot of people don't like it. But for you Leos, you have to pay attention to that though. And the Five of Pentacles, represents, if a person, you're going to be releasing a lot of people in the streets. It's called cop and blow, catch and release. What is catch and release? Recreational, fun. You can only hang out with these people for a short period of time. You know why? They're too dysfunctional to have around you to say that they are in a relationship with you. It's not going to be a very good one. The Six of Wands and the Page of Swords, however, represents you Leos also have to not take it so personally. Look at it from, you Leos got to really look at it. Like, I know a lot of y'all want a relationship and you want people to stop being jealous of you and to just get along with you. But you Leos got to understand that you have something to offer, especially when your mind and your heart is in the correct place. When they work together, when your mind, when your sense of direction and what you want to accomplish, that's what I mean when I say mind and the heart. What do you want to accomplish? Sense of direction. When your sense of direction, and your what you want to accomplish both align with one another and you have a plan on how to get there, you got to understand that you will have to make certain sacrifices along the way. Not everybody's going to be able to actually, you're not going to be able to hang out with every single person. You got to let go of some people. Some people you're going to have to essentially stop hanging out with, right? And it will ultimately raise your own value because you Leos will become what it is that a lot of dysfunctional, dusty individuals can't have because of the fact that you put yourself out there in a way where you're not disrespecting or debasing or lowering your value by doing certain things just because it's fun in a moment. And then the things that the Ten of Cups represent, like it is, I said before, you'll just be applying pressure in the sense that a person has to be looking for something long-term, for real. And they have to be a lioness or a lion. They have to be. Because if they're not upright, if they don't have integrity, if they don't have something going for them, then it is what it is. The Chariot and the Three of Wands is about how, and you will dig to find out. You will ask questions to find out if a person has anything going for themselves, right? And then you will be the one to decide. Like, no more having these decisions just made for you. So let's clarify the Sun card. Let's clarify the Sun card. I will say this though. Hold on, let me wait. Six of Wands, Ace of Wands, Knight of Pentacles, and then you have the Lovers. So once again, right, the Six of Wands and the Ace of Wands, right, looking for another person to reciprocate. Can they reciprocate? Or are they just going to be around just to take? If they're around to take, a lot of you Leos are going to sniff that out. And you're going to be like, nah, you're not hanging around them. The Knight of Pentacles and Lovers is about you Leos also, the way that you come off, the way that you present yourself, you very much so are really ready for something long-term. But the question is, are they going to be ready for something long-term? Because it's all fun and games, and people always talk, everybody, the most ridiculous thing in the world, you'll see dysfunctional people talk about, yeah, I'm husband material, I'm wife material. Come on, yo. But what it is that I was trying to say right before I started to clarify the Sun card was you also have a lot of options in the sense, like I said before, like in the sense that you have people that you can talk to, right? You will start off the year, talking to people, trying to get to know more people, trying to see who's out. You're not waiting for summertime. You're not waiting for springtime. A lot of you Leos have come to the conclusion that you will talk to someone no matter what time of the year it is. And that's cool. That's an option. You know, I don't have a problem with that. What I was saying with the summertime thing was that's when most people are outside. Summertime is the time of the year when people do most flirting. You know what I mean? You know, you can get it in, if you know what I mean. You can have a lot of fun. So I'm just, but ultimately, yeah, you can talk to people any time of the year. So let's clarify the Chariot. The Seven of Swords, the Hanged Man, the World, and then you have the Nine of Pentacles to clarify the Chariot. So once again, right, the Seven of Swords and the Hanged Man, this is about you. This is about you setting boundaries. And they are very much so invisible boundaries. These are not really boundaries that you'll let people know what time it is. These are really just boundaries where if a person has decency, if a person has any kind of value, then higher value than the average person, they're not going to even look to cross this line. And you Leos are correct. This is why it is that me personally, I don't even tell a person my boundaries too much. Like, I don't tell them every single boundary that I have. I just let the person cross that line on their own, because me personally, I have a sense of respect for myself and for other people. So, common sense, right? So there's no way that I'm going to look at it and be like, I'm going to be with somebody and call them my wifey, right? And say that this is my wife, this is the person that I have near and dear to me, right? And then go ahead, right, behind their back, mind you, without their knowledge, without their consent, right, without their permission, go off, right, and then go smash somebody else, and then act like I didn't know that that was disrespectful. If that person decides to leave me, if my wifey decides to leave me, then that's fair, because I didn't run that by the other person. That wasn't anything agreed upon to say that the two of us agree on it. So I'm crossing the line. So how can I not know that I'm doing that? And that's the thing. Like, you Leos don't even, that's why it is now I be trying to say, don't even bother. But like, you see all these people, I may go a little bit later, but don't even listen. If you ask me, this is my humble perspective. Don't even listen to all of this goofy nonsense that people sitting up on the internet, these dating coaches that sit around and play games and talk about how it is, you have to go ahead and talk about your boundaries. Listen, if a person doesn't have enough sense to understand basic decency, it's probably a good idea you not cheat on your partner. You understand what I'm saying? If like, come on, yo. Like, if they don't have the common sense for this, that's a dub right there in on itself. That is an ultimate dub. Then you have the World and the Nine of Pentacles. Yeah, because you Leos have your own anyway. So you don't have to worry about if a person crosses the line. If they cross the line, then that's their problem. It is what it is for them. So that's pretty much it. Comment on the video, like the video, subscribe to the YouTube channel.